Was there any, from in your circles, was there any movement or activity from the outside in, other teams calling about DeMar and LaMarcus? The offers, were they made, or is it just nothing out there for our two guys?
I heard nothing about either player being available. I know that the Heat were very interested in acquiring players who would have their salary not extend past the 2021 season. They wanted to have cap space in 2021. And so obviously LaMarcus and DeMar fit into that. And I think the Heat would have been interested had either come to market. They ended up making a deal for Andre Iguodala and signed him to a 1-year extension. I know that everybody called it a 2-year extension. It's only one guaranteed, and that was for a reason. Other than that, I just didn't hear anything. And, it's not the Spurs style. First off,
absolutely,
if you look at the way they were playing earlier in January, you wouldn't. And so, they've made, in 20 years that I've been sort of aware of the NBA, they've made just 2 or 3 mid-season moves. It's just not what they do. So, but to answer your question, no, I didn't hear anything about them at the deadline.
Now, we are faced with the dilemma of DeMar. He's certainly, I would expect, about to opt out of the contract. That's certainly worthy of making at least what he's making now, if not more. He has had a spectacular season. In your best estimation, looking through your binoculars, do you see DeMar DeRozan as a San Antonio Spur next year?
So the short answer is I don't know. And I don't know if he knows or if the Spurs know. There is 4 or 5 guys who are in this exact same boat, guys who have opt-outs in their contracts this year. Andre Drummond, who was traded as an example of one. Evan Fournier in Orlando, sort of a borderline star, is another one. Where we just don't know what they're going to do. We don't know what the market's going to be. There's not a lot of cap space out there. And some of the cap space just went away in some of the trades that got made. Atlanta used some of their cap space. The Cavs used some of their cap space. The Grizzlies used some of their cap space. Is it a good year to be a free agent? Probably not. 2021 is a lot better. Do they opt out and roll the dice? And, I just don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen there. And, I know that DeMar and the Spurs had some level of talks before the season about doing an extension. I mean, technically he could still do an extension any time. It just didn't get anywhere. And I just think we're going to have to wait and see what the market is. Typically, if you're in a spot like him where you've made a lot of money, but, you're still got prime years left in your career, if you're going to opt out of that much money, you better be damn sure that you have something else set up. And I don't know if he's going to be able to have that. And if he, especially if he wants to keep making money at the salary level he's at right now.
Brian Windhorst joining us here on The Blitz. You can catch him just about every day on The Jump, on all over ESPN. But make sure you're following his podcast wherever you can find him. It's called the Hoop Collective Podcast Extraordinary.